The Federation has taken a giant step forward, or backward, depending on your point of view, Avon said. Blake looked startled. How do you know? I talked to it, Avon replied, indicating the computer. All right, don't hold me in suspense. What did Zen say? Anyone within Federation jurisdiction who threatens or appears to threaten the status quo will be subject to arrest, interrogation, and elimination. Trials, fair or fixed, are now things of the past. Just imagine if that edict had been passed prior to your trial. Well, there wouldn't have been one, and you wouldn't be here, Avon smiled. Neither would you. You have a point there. Blake smiled. Now we all have the more reason to attack the Federation and bring it down. You mean just the two of us? There are others on the Liberator, and more will join us. What's the Liberator? It's what I've decided to name this spacecraft. You have decided. Do you have any objection? Well, you're the only one of us who's not a criminal yet, so I suppose it's your call. Everyone aboard this ship has been branded a criminal simply because they still oppose, a vile and corrupt dictatorship. Avon shrugged. One other thing. According to it, the Federation is stepping up its activities concerning the apprehension and/or destruction of dissidents and rebels. Terrorists, it calls them. I don't think it's a case of you attacking the Federation. The Federation will be attacking you. That suits me fine. What about the others? They're with me, all the way. Question is, all the way to where? I'll lead and they will follow to wherever we need to go. Avon smiled. To hell and back. That'll be some trip. Are you with me? I'm stuck on this spacecraft, outnumbered by you and the faithful. If I say no, I have a funny feeling you might emulate the Federation and eliminate me. I wouldn't do that. What would you do? I'd take you somewhere reasonably safe and leave you there. Then I'd get on with what I have to do. But you haven't answered my question. What happens if, an unlikely event, you succeed in destabilizing the Federation? What will you replace it with? We'll have a much better, fairer, safer system. Government by the people and for the people. That sounds very noble, but I think I've heard it somewhere before. I seem to remember it didn't work out. Hence the birth of the Federation. It will work. In the face of historical evidence to the contrary? I admire your optimism. Answer my question. I'll come along for the ride, but if things turn out to be very nasty, which they probably will, I'd like to reserve the right to get off. That's fair enough, isn't it? Blake nodded. By the way, Avon said, the new Supreme Commander of Federation forces arrayed against you and others like you is Servalan. I did mention that name would crop up again, sooner rather than later.